I think it's really like important to actively connect with the higher power. It is really comforting to know that as imperfect as I am, there's another place that completely understands me and where I am in my space right now mentally, because the thing is with mental health, it's difficult to explain to the next person. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Untitled and I am your host for Power Circle Conversations. And in today's conversation, wow, something so dear to me, right? It is officially Suicide Prevention Month. September is Suicide Prevention Month, and people close to me know how like vivid this month is for me. I really really get into it. And yeah, I kind of take it quite seriously. So today I just wanted to speak about the things that as a person that does struggle with their mental health every now and then, every many now and thens. um Excuse me, I just wanted to speak about the stuff that helps you um around your season of being in a really bad mental state. Okay, because I've been in really bad mental states, and it's such an amazing time for me to be able to speak about it now, because I've been able to obviously step out of it, or step out of the that space of maybe there's suicide ideation. Yeah, right. So just having too many vivid ideas around suicide, or just hoping that it would happen in certain ways, or like just yeah, that and then after that becomes like a really hectic level of actually trying to pursue it. Okay? So there are things that worked for me and that I think sometimes we might take for granted as people. And I think sometimes another thing that helps me is to gather information. And when I'm in a certain situation, I'm able to be like, okay, now this situation kind of feels like this is what it is. Okay, the more I understand depression and anxiety, the more I'm able to be like, right now I'm not depressed, I'm just really anxious. And okay, now I'm sinking into, the depression state or whatever. So it's just a matter of gathering information that helps us really do better for ourselves. Okay, so I think just having a conversation around our mental health state and how far it can get to the point of suicide is a conversation that I'd like to have, so that in terms of what I know worked for me, um, and maybe one or two of the points might help you, just from the point of gathering information. Okay, I've never been suicidal to the point of actually really trying to actively do something, but I've seen what certain things have done to people that were in that point, and I've seen how certain things helped me not get all the way that far, just yeah, okay, just not get all the way that far. I don't want to get like into too much depth of how deep it was, because that's not the point of this video. The point of the video is to help the next person, and just so that we start having conversations around what goes on with us emotionally, mentally, physically, to get to the point of feeling like suicide is really the good way to be going. Okay, so I think my first point, because I didn't fully prepare for this video, but I think my first point would really be my belief system. And I do believe that whatever it is that you believe in will work for you. Okay? So if you believe in it wholeheartedly and whatever, if it will work for you. But I do believe that not having a higher power that you believe in, it does cause a bit of a struggle, because we are imperfect human beings. So we need to have a source that we go to that is perfect and that is above us, and that would have a clearer vision of who we are and what's going on with us than we would of ourselves, right? So for me, that is God. I believe in God. Um, but people that believe in ancestors, that believe in um, whatever else, right, that might be in, I think it's really like important to actively connect with the higher power, because it is really comforting to know that as imperfect as I am, there's another place that is completely perfect and completely understands me and where I am in my space right now mentally. Because the thing is, with mental health, it's difficult to explain to the next person. What makes it even more difficult is because they there's times where you'll speak to somebody else and find that that person just only describes what you're going through as stress, and just get off of that mentality. And mental health doesn't work like that, okay? You don't just get off of that mentality. Stop thinking negatively, stop being upset. It doesn't work like that. But there are other things that you can do that will actively help you, you know, get into a better space. And one of them would really be having a proper strong belief system. So for me, being God, I take my relationship with God entirely seriously, like so seriously. Very seriously. One thing I always pray about, I always thank God for giving me parents that taught me how to pray, and that taught me about Him, right? That taught me about how to draw closer to Him, okay? And the importance of drawing closer to Him through what they were teaching me and through their actions as well, right? So the Bible does say that draw close to Jehovah and He will draw close to you. Um, and it really does work. The more that you draw close to Him, the the clearer you hear His voice, okay, or the clearer you hear or understand what He actually wants for you and for your life. So that's, oh wow, that's really something I always pray. And I thank my parents, I thank God for giving me parents that gave me the opportunity to understand Him like that. That's one thing I'm also always on my sister's case about. Like I'll literally actually tell her, like, she'll come with an issue, maybe having an argument with a friend or something from school or whatever, and I'd literally be like, did you tell God about it first before you come to me? I know I'm the first person you think of when you're not okay, but before you came to me, did you talk to God about it? Okay, you spoke to God about it. Great, fine. What happened? How are you feeling? What's going on, right? And the reason why I do that is because I wanted to understand that before me, before my parents, our parents, there was God. And the reason why we all have the strength as adults in her space to be the adults that we are for her is because of Him. So I don't want her to ever be in a space where she doesn't see her parents or she doesn't see her sister close enough and feel like she's got nowhere to go. She must always know that God really is around her and He can carry her. So I think that's something that's really important. But having a belief system, really above everything, it does help. And actually actively working in that belief system, okay, doing your part in it to make sure you're drawing closer to your higher power, it carries a lot of weight off of your shoulders. Okay, so that's the first point that I believe really worked for me. The second thing is to watch the people that are around you. The people that we keep around us really contribute to what happens to us emotionally, mentally, physically, in every way. They really contribute. And I think in a lot of ways, as people, we might take that for granted and just let a lot of people into our spaces, and without actually picking out if this person is really good for me, good for my mental space. The things that they say, the things that they speak about, the things they believe in, are they things that I see to be beneficial to me? And are these people that I can call at any point in time, any time of the day, and just fall apart in tears and they would know how to react, or not even just know how to react, but there would be a comforting space to go to. Okay, are these those type of people? Because not everyone in our lives are the type of people that we can call and just say, I'm emotionally really falling apart, right? So taking that seriously, human beings around us, guys, like, yes, as people we are meant to survive amongst each other and help each other out, but yo, you need to take seriously the people you let into your space, and constantly evaluate, right, where you are at that time, and the people around you, are they of good source towards you and your energy and what you believe in, so that the better things that are going on in your life, in terms of the belief system that you have, the mental and emotional space that you're in, you trying to make those things better, are these people that are enhancing that, are these people that love that for you, that love that happiness and peacefulness for you, are these people that want that goodness for you, you know? So are these people that will want to go out of their way to lift you up? Because when I was in one of my really dark spaces, there were people around me that were going out of their way. Out of their way. Like, I had a neighbor that would literally, like, cook meals, because I was staying alone at that time. Um, and he'd cook and then come and knock on my door and be like, no, I know you didn't create anything, I can see what you're doing. Like I can see the space that you're in, I created something for you here, right? And then he'd give me my space, and then after some time he'd come back and be like, look, let's just like sit outside and play music, or you need to start watching something. Okay, I just got this movie and you're gonna come and sit and just watch it. um or stuff like that, right? And I had other friends as well that would just call me, and not actually like just call, but like video call, and want to speak about God, want to pray with me, without saying that I see something is wrong with you, but for the fact that those are the people that I kept in my life that were really great people. Just for them talking to me, they want to have conversations that are constructive. They want to have conversations that have to be like, I trust you and I believe in you and I love you and I see what you're doing, and I understand you and I'm here for you. I was going through this and I thought about you, and what do you think about this for my space? Because also, being in a place where sometimes somebody needs your space or needs your energy, sometimes without giving out too much at a point where you really cannot, um sometimes giving really does something for you. Giving a good word, giving an item, giving a prayer, giving help in whatever way, it does count, in terms of how you're going to feel after that. So I had people around me that were just great human beings, man, that just allowed me to be the greatest version of myself. So they allowed me to be, the person that speaks in a certain way, the person that believes in certain things, the person that loves certain things. They allowed me, whatever it is that is about me, there were people that amplified that stuff about me, and that helped a lot. That helped a great deal. So take seriously the people that are around you and how it's going to affect your mental health, and the best time to do that is when you're not sinking, when you're not in a bad space, when you're not falling apart. Check on the people that are around you for yourself. Just double check, how close am I going to continue to let this person into my space? Do I really need to be interacting with this type of person? Are these conversations that I really want to have? Are these ideas that I really want to have? What space do I want to grow in? If I want to grow in my business, am I maintaining people around me that are going to help me grow in my business? If I want to grow in my spirituality, am I having people around me that are going to help me do that? And people that are taking seriously that aspect of my life. or for themselves as well. Are we on the same train? Are we on the same link in order for us to actually be able to help each other? The same way I'm sometimes able to help them, will they be able to show up for me as well? Because as people, we are here to people amongst each other. Like, we're here for each other. God did not make any human to be an island. So the people that you let into your space, take that very seriously. The third thing, and I think this is the last one, would be social media. For me, taking social media breaks has been the greatest thing ever. Like, those things are amazing. Take a social media break, especially for someone like me, which a lot of people are, where social media presence is a big thing, right? So I started getting really, really big into social media, especially because of my business. So I realized how social media was actually doing so much great for my business. But you can really sink into that space, trying so much to make your marketing work out right, to make sure your brand comes out right, to make sure all of that comes out right. And it's all from a social media space. But social media can get into your head in a really, really negative way. So check what's going on your social media. Check on the people that you are following on your Instagram. Check on the people that you're watching on your YouTube. Check on the people that you're following on your Twitter. Oh my goodness, Twitter is just, I don't use Twitter even for business. I've had some clients that come from Twitter, but it was by chance because I made one post like a really long time ago, and for some reason it got stuck on some person's post, and then they found me in that way. But I don't maintain it because it can get quite toxic. It's not the best space for someone that does have that wants to maintain a really healthy mental space. Check on your Facebook, the people that you have there and the conversations that they have. There's so much negativity that comes from there. There's too many bad news that happens around the world, and the first place that people will go is on Facebook with all of these weird conversations happening there. So check on what's going on over there on your Facebook when you're in a good space, and start getting rid of those places, so that the time that you're not, you've prepared your environment in every way, including if you do go on social media, you are now seeing more fruitful conversations, people, situations, whatever it is. You're seeing something that is so much better and so much cleaner and calm, and nothing toxic, nothing exhausting, nothing, because on social media, a lot of people go there to escape reality, right? Which is why people like watching travel vlogs and makeup tutorials. I don't know, whatever it is like that is on social media that has to do with like the way influencers do things to show off a lifestyle that most of the time people cannot afford. So people go on social media to look at that, and it's a matter of escaping reality. Many times it's a matter of escaping reality. So just check on, while you're trying to escape reality, how deep are you actually going into it. So clean up your social media. Literally just clean up your social media, so that the time that you do go on, even if you're in a bad space, you can find a good word out of it, because there are really good spaces on social media. Okay, there are really good YouTube channels like this one. They are really good people on there's a lot of psychologists on Instagram, amazing psychologists on Instagram with amazing content, really, really, really good stuff over there. Just on social media generally, on the internet generally, there's a lot of good juice there, right? But it is easy to get stuck and to sink into the bad spaces. So you want to clean that up while you're still in a good space, so that you are ready at a time where you are in a bad space, and yeah, basically to be prepared for that. Okay, I think the last bonus point would be journaling, writing things down. I believe in writing down even on your good days, and it helps because you get to read that about yourself on the day that you don't feel so great. It's nice to see that I once thought I was really amazing, and I once thought I had a really great day, and I once thought I have really great friends. I once thought, you know, things were going so great. So it's nice to go back and read that. On a really bad day, it will pick you up. just in a way of saying, if I was once in that space, I can go back to that space again. Okay, so let's journal, guys. While we're in the space of journaling, do check out my websites. Get yourself a nice journal, a nice year planner, vbw.company.site. And yeah, but take those points into consideration, guys. They did so much for me. Have a higher power that you truly believe in. Clean up your social media and check on the people that are around your space. Write things down. I think generally on a day-to-day basis, even in your normal feeling, attitude, or whatever it is that you're feeling at that time, it really is generally helpful to have those things in order. But it will prepare you for a day that things are really not going so well. But I've got so much juice prepared for Suicide Prevention Month. I'm really excited about it. Like this year, it didn't come to me as a shock. It came to me in a way where I've really been preparing for it, and I'm preparing information that I hope will be of good source to the next person. The idea around it and why I take it so seriously is that I understand how difficult it can be to get out of a really heavy space that leads to suicide. And I also realize that not a lot of people have conversations around it. Not a lot of people understand the mental space around it. So maybe the more we have conversations around it, the more we'll understand the next person that tells us that they feel suicidal. And the more we'll know how to react, as opposed to,
so now you're just trying to kill yourself. That is so weak.
I always see comments as soon as someone commits suicide, there's always human beings on social media calling them weak, saying they weren't thinking for their families, calling them selfish and whatever. And that's that's not that's not it. That's not the place that a person mentally is. They're not mentally in a space of saying, I want to be so selfish right now that I'd like to die. That's not the place that a person is, by the time that they actually commit suicide. So the more information we gather and the more that we understand it, the better we will be for our environments going forward. So I am preparing like really great stuff for it. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and share the content. It might help somebody around you. Okay, I will see you in my next video.